Hi guys, in this travel episode, Gary and I fulfill one of our longest bucket list dreams and travel to Japan for 2 whole weeks. It's not every day that you get to fulfill one of your childhood dreams, and I don't know if it's the food, the culture or the history, but Japan has captured our imagination for a very long time now. So what do you do if you find yourself for 2 weeks in one of the places that you've always wanted to visit? Well, you explore the hell out of it. And for us that meant spending a whole week in Tokyo before jumping on a bullet train that would take us down south past several towns including Takayama, Hiroshima, Miyajimi, Kyoto and Nara. There really was no time to waste, so we hit the ground running.
What's next again?
Obrigado.
Tome ragazzo, ma sta arrabbiato.
What?
Tome ragazzo, ma sta arrabbiato. Oh my god. It's the hardest bed.
Don't put your shoes on the bed.
It's the hardest bed I've ever been in.
I like hard beds. We're finally at the hotel. What time is it now?
12 o'clock on the dot.
12 o'clock on the dot. We've been in Japan for 5 hours? 5 hours. And this is the first we're actually seeing of Japan because we've just been in train stations and airport and tube stations and so on. Our luggage got lost. We nearly missed our plane. We had a horrible taxi ride. Just in general, a lot of things have gone wrong so far. But the hotel is definitely perfect. Bed isn't too small. I was a bit worried because this is actually called a semi-double, which is supposed to be a single room that is slightly larger, and that in Japan now you can rent out as a double room. It's a semi-double. The bed is on the smallest side for a double bed, but perfectly fine for 2 people. And the views are amazing. And let's have a look at our view. Oh, if I can, there we go. Oh wow, that's why we took this hotel.
Look at the drop.
No. I don't think we can see the Tokyo Skytree, but that's the Imperial Palace Garden over there. What do we? They even have toothbrushes, so if I'd forgotten mine it wouldn't have been a problem. Toothbrush. That's actually good since we've lost our baggage. What's this one? Oh, it's one of those toilets.
Look at the bum.
Spray. Spray. What's the difference between spray and bidet?
Spray is...
Spray could be for the boobs. Oh, you know.
Well, why don't you sit on it and see?
No. Maybe you have to use it first.
Maybe it needs to feel it. Oh, I need your
Oh
pressure.
my god. Press down on
Because
it.
I just saw there, that's a pressure sensor.
But try the spray. It's going to spray in my face. Spray it now. Oh my god, it is going to spray. You're holding your hand into the toilet.
Katerina, if I don't, it's going to spray over there.
I know.
And it's not stopping. Stop.
You have to press stop. There's a stop button.
Where?
Right next to it, the last button. What's in here? Mainly, well, just green tea, I'm assuming. And there's a red one. No idea. We'll have to taste that later. And then I discovered these. They actually have kimonos in lieu of bath gowns in here, which is perfect. So we will have something to wear tonight. Nothing else in here. Oh, what's this? Oh, that's the safe here. Oh, there's a fridge. We have Wi-Fi rental, which was supposed to arrive on the 14th, but it's there already, so perfect. And if we can see them, oh yeah, our sumo wrestling tickets. So everything that we wanted to get is here. And we're ready to explore Japan. So we are now heading off to the Imperial Palace Gardens and Ginza and the districts around there where you can eat, and they're quite expensive shops around Tokyo Station. So that's what we're doing today, a leisurely day because we're still pretty exhausted and jet lagged. But first we're heading to a 7-Eleven to get something quick to eat before we have lunch later on in Yurakucho. Oh, that's a sweet bread. Read about that. Right, what are we going to drink?
That pink thing.
I don't know. Do you want to try it?
Berries.
Okay, let's try that. I'm just tasting this, whatever it's called, pink drink, and it's very sweet, very artificial, chalky, and Gary likened it to this medicine you take when you're constipated in the UK. So, interesting drink. One of many that we'll probably taste. So, pedestrian bit, and then cyclist bit. Contrary to London, cyclists take precedence. What's it like?
This is like a roll.
With chocolate? Have you tasted the chocolate bit yet? What is it? Some coconut and veg. It's quite spicy. It's nice. It's a bit like a curry and a bun. Not a bun, but you know, dumpling. Yeah, it's good.
Tokyo is a very big city. In order to see as much as possible within a week, you're going to want to group the sites you visit by district. This will save you time as well as money. Far better to walk from site to site than to spend half of your day in the underground system.
One thing we already realised was that the fauna is completely different even in the city, and animals are really loud. You just hear the crickets absolutely everywhere. Big things, the crickets, huge butterflies. The crows make interesting noises as well. You can hear them quite loudly. And just walking down this alleyway next to the park, loads of spider nests, gigantic spider nests with pretty big spiders in them, yellow and green, and we're not quite sure if they're poisonous or not, so we won't be touching them. Not that I make touching spiders a regular thing anyway. But that's...
Around here.
Yeah,
that was the bit that was do not enter.
I think most of this is the bit that you can't enter. All of this is the palace bit, and then I think the bit below must be the garden bit. Because you can't enter the palace. So we want to... Well, do we want to do this garden before we go and have lunch at... No, that's that bit of the garden we can see. This here is where the Imperial Palace is that you can't see. This bit you can see. And where did I say was lunch? Here. So if we go down and then into this garden and then we exit to Yurakucho. So we go where we were here. So we do all of this and then we come down here. Just entered the Imperial East Garden. It does have a ticket on this, but it's for free, so they just give you one of these admission tickets and you have to give them back when you leave.
The current Imperial Palace is located on the former site of the Edo Castle. It is surrounded by a large park, moat and impressive stone walls. The inner grounds of the palace are closed to the public, more often than not. Visitors do, however, have access to the public Imperial East Garden and Outer Park on a daily basis.
So here's a cave that was part again of the Imperial Palace that doesn't exist anymore, and there's a myth that it was a secret passage. It's probably more likely that it was some kind of laundry store for the palace.
Japanese guided tours of the palace grounds are offered on the rare occasion. If you are determined to catch a rare glimpse of the inner gardens, you might want to book this tour a long time in advance.
We're having an ice cream to refresh ourselves because it's really hot outside and humid. I thought it was going to be a bit more like the sponge ice creams that you get in the UK, but the waffle is actually
pretty much the same waffle you would have your ice cream cone made out of.
There still is an active emperor in Japan, but a bit like in the UK, the Queen, similar fashion, he has more of a representative role, although according to Japanese religion, he is God born on earth. So it's not quite like the Queen, but he doesn't have that much of a role politically. It's more religiously and as an icon.
You should combine it more with, like, because they have a Prime Minister.
Okay.
Yeah, they have a Prime Minister.
So I should combine it with what?
Jesus, the Queen, and the President.
Well, does he have a political role though?
Yeah.
We certainly didn't regret spending a whole week in Tokyo. There's so much to see and do here. In fact, Tokyo ended up being our favourite city in Japan and actually trumped Kyoto in our mind.
This was the guardhouse, and it was actually the closest one to the palace. So the highest level samurai was stationed here, well, and then it petered off downwards.
When you're looking for a good town, think Suntory Town.
If you're keen to explore both the ancient traditions of Nikon as well as Japan's far more modern side, Tokyo has to be your go-to city. You might even find that 7 days in Tokyo simply isn't enough.
Currently getting kicked out of the garden because it closes at 4:30. We obviously arrived a bit late and then we had a nap, so it's already 4 o'clock now. And they just announce it all over the park, over loudspeakers, quite loud. Behind me is the Museum of the Garden, which holds a private collection of the Emperor's artifacts like vases. Now, unfortunately, it's closed, but we might have an opportunity to come again later on this week. From the old to the new.
Located to the east of the Imperial Palace, Marinucci is one of Japan's most prestigious business districts. Together with Otemashi, Marinucci is now home to the headquarters of many of Japan's most powerful companies. Many older buildings have recently been replaced by larger skyscrapers, with shops and entertainment on the lower floors while offices are located on the floors above.
You completely understand it, don't you?
Yeah, it said, welcome to the world side. Please wipe your feet when you come in.
We are now heading to Ginza, which is a shopping district. It has a Sony building and it has a couple of big shopping centres like the Canton, which is actually French, but the Japanese version is in Ginza, and just a couple of interesting buildings to look at.
Adjacent to Marinucci, Ginza is Tokyo's most famous upmarket dining and entertainment district. This is where Tokyo's most prestigious businessmen come to play. The area features numerous upmarket department stores, boutiques, restaurants, art galleries and nightclubs. If you fancy splashing your cash, you can do so on one of the infamous $10 cups of coffee. The best time to visit Ginza is on the weekend, when the central Chuodori is closed to vehicle traffic and becomes a large pedestrian zone.
Look at the macaroons, but Japanese style. Look at this, that's pretty.
Vodka.
Does it taste of?
No, I do.
It doesn't really taste of kiwis, is it? What are you trying to say? I don't know, I thought you were making a statement.
No. Who on earth?
entrance is right there, if only one understood what it said. But it looks amazing. I wish we were going now. Now that we saw Ginza and that it's dark, and since we're going to head to bed quite early, we are going to Yurakucho, which is this area on the train tracks where loads of shops, open shop basically. You can get traditional Japanese food, and then you can get Italian and French and so on. I want to eat Japanese food. I don't know about this guy.
Just like the adjacent district of Ginza, Yurakucho offers a wealth of shopping and dining opportunities, but with a more relaxed and approachable atmosphere. Head to Yurakucho's lively restaurant district, built up under the brick arches of the train track. This is one of Tokyo's best watering holes. The restaurant extends for hundreds of meters, nearly all the way to Tokyo Station. This is the perfect spot to enjoy your first Japanese dinner and a pint or two of beer.
You gonna taste it?
Yeah. Just eat it with my hands. So we just had a brilliant dinner. I had udon noodles, which are really thick noodles invented for the tired traveller. And Gary had katsukuru, and just really good. And Gary says that the rice was better than any rice he's ever had before. And I think the curry sauce was gorgeous. Now we're both heading back home or back to the hotel because we're absolutely exhausted, slightly jet lagged. It's about 1 o'clock in Europe, but we didn't sleep the whole night and we didn't sleep much on the plane. So our body clocks are just completely out of whack and don't really know what time it really is, except that it's dark. And I guess we'll see you tomorrow.
Thanks for watching. Give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you're new.